Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Now we are going to see about fast transmission to remote cooperative groups, a new management paradigm. So in this we are going to see to create a group of member organization and creating new keys for every individual members. So in this problem is efficient and secure of broadcasting to a remote cooperative group. It occurs many newly emerging networks. So it will create new networks to transmitting a data. So the major challenge is the system to overcome the absolute of the potential limited communication from group to the center. So from the center to the receiver, it will be create more complicated of collision between the more than one groups. So it is an vulnerability of fully trusted key generation center and dynamic of the center. So there will be a key generation is difficult to send by using the trusted person and the untrusted user. So the new paradigm hybrid the traditional broadcast and encryption and group key agreement. So in group key agreement, it will be creating a secret key to every individual members. So from that members we can transfer the data. So by use of public keys of the member and sender to secure to broadcast to the subgroup of the ad hoc ways. So subgroup means it will be a create a form of number of nodes by the member organization. So the member is the head. So from that we can transmit the data by use of encryption key. So the encryption key is more secure and productive for data transmission. So this is the fast transmission between the every member by use of key generation. Let's see the flow of the data. So first we create a number of nodes. In that number of nodes we can separate them as a member organization. So member organization is a group of nodes. So it will separate number of nodes. So in that, so then we can create a key management. So key management means it's a private key and a public key. So for every nodes we have create a private key and a public key through the data transmission. So in the private key, so we can encrypt the file from the header, from the sender to the header. So then the head will be check the key and to transfer to the head 2. So in between the head 1 and the head 2, it will be checking process between the key process. So in the public key, so it will be send the data from public, so it will not be encrypted. So then the file transfer. So in the file transfer, it will be first is a trust authority and untrust authority. So trusted authority means if the key is match, means it will communicate between head 1 and head 2, and the data will be transferred in security by the secret key. So by use of untrusted authority, so it will be blocking of key. So it will be not allocated as a trusted authority. So then it will be regenerate the key by use of rekeying. So rekeying means it will the file will be rechanged and the key also be rechanged, and process will be continued from head 1 and head 2. So finally it receive from the destination node. So this is the high security between the transmitting the data by use of public key and a private key. So by using AES algorithm, so this is the flow of process. Let's see the execution of the process. First right click the home.java and give run file. This is the welcome screen. This is the welcome screen of the fast transmission to remote cooperative groups of new key management. So click next. So here is the creating a node form. So click create. So these are the number of nodes will be assigned in a separated form. So click grouping. So in the groupings we have grouped the separated member organization. So this is the member organization form. So click generate. So here the group membership will be allocated as a 8 member. So from this is the group 1, group 2, group 3. So like it form as a group organization. So here is the source group. So click the source group and choose the source head. So cluster file is the source file and source node and destination group and destination node. Click submit. So here head to node to head and head to head and node. Here the destination, here the source. So now the transaction is to continue. So click transaction. So this is the file storage area. So here is the private data and public data. So click private data. So here is the private data we can choose. So choose any text file. So these are the text. So now we have the file will be encrypted. So now the key will be generated for this data. So for this gd10.text, so this is the secret key for this data. So click word file. So here is the number and click broadcast. So now it going to send to the head 1, source to head 1, head. So now source node to source group, so node file to cluster file. So click receive. So now data will be received from the node file to the head file. So this is the data and private data and the text file. So now it will be, now the data going to stored in the data storage. It's private data or public data. So now click the store private data. So now data will be stored in the private data. So this is how given our file as the is stored. So now we're going to retrieve the data. So click data retrieve.java and file. So data going to retrieve. So click the data 1 as for the private data. This is the data 2 is the public data. So now we choose the private data. So click data 1 and here the list of file. So here is the goods one is the old file. So if we process with the goods one means it will be creating a untrusted authority. So because we have choose the this file, so we click the good time. So here the secret key and we going to request to the head 2. So head 1 to head 2 request is going. So this is the head 2. So cluster of head 1 and destination head 2. So here click the destination group. So now the file will be received here and now going to check the process. It's a private data, public data. So click send and right click the get.file, run the get.java. So click get. So now the data will be transferred for checking process. So here is the data retrieval process. So now the data will be received and click send and it's going to source head. So head 2 again it transfer to the source head 2. So now the data will be received from the source head and broadcast to the destination. So now it going to check with the key. So now the message is trusted authority. So because the key is match, so here is the we have sent a key and it receive the destination node to the message and run the data.java. So here is the decryption process. So this is the destination node 4. So now the data retriever is click decrypt. So now the data will be decrypted and original message we got. So these process for private data. Now we're going to say about the public data. So click the public data and choose any data file. So this is the public data here. So click broadcast and send to the head. So here now the data will be received here. So these are the data. So from this head we going to send to store the data. Now click the store public data. So here the data will be stored and we going to data to retrieve. So click the data to, and here is the file we're going to choose, and replace the name here. So click request. So now file sent to the destination group head. So here is the file, and click send, whether it is a check in the private is or public. So click get. So now data will be get. So now the file will be here encrypted. So original file will be encrypted, so because it's a public data. So by data retrieval, here the file will be decrypted, and now here itself we going to decrypt the file. So click decrypt, and the file will be decrypted here. So now we're going to send the file to the head. So the file will be received here. So this is the original message from the head. So now we're going to broadcast to the destination. Click destination, and click the get. So now the data will be public data, and message will be original message will be get. So data public data is success. So this is the public data of the original data. So this is the overall process for the fast transmission